Welcome back to a new casted game. Here on the south we have Duckate playing as the Holy Roman Empire in the color green. On the north we have Devils Footprint with some kind of sign in between, playing as the French in the color pink. This is Fort. My name is Trui and with me is Nim.
Hello. Good day, everyone.
I didn't say today because, you know, I was like, last time you said, well, I'm kind of always here. So I was like, with me is Nim.
Sometimes I leave the house.
Yeah, true, but sometimes there's somebody else.
Sometimes I leave the house. Yeah, we're on Forts. It's actually we're really close to what do you call it? To patch.
I mean, when this comes out, the patch came out.
Yeah.
But we're recording this just for the
I don't know
just
how long.
For the patch.
Yeah, I don't know how long it'll take for a rank to be back. It might be like maybe a week or so, right, before they start up ranked again. I'm excited to see some of the new things, of course, but I'm getting way ahead of myself because we're not there yet. This is not the patch yet.
No, so we're recording some of the old footage basically for some of the old matches, because what we know is, well, we can't really record new casts yet if players haven't played ranked yet. If people haven't queued solo ranked yet, we can't do any casts. So we've thought, you know what, it is, when Sheep is just staying behind, it is smart to record some right now, but we only have a couple hours left in this match, and we quickly trying to get some of these casted matches recorded so you guys can see some of them this week. Just in time.
All right, let's take a look at our map here. We have the French versus the Holy Roman Empire. I think on forts, actually, the HRE kind of has a really good base to work out from. I'm not sure if this mining camp is in the way for the Aachen Chapel, though.
Yeah, I was like, the Aachen Chapel is always like a little bit of a problem on forts, right? Because you can't make those giant farm fields around it.
Yeah. No, that's definitely a problem. We're just gonna imagine here that the Aachen is gonna hit that gold vein, right? It's a little hard to see, but I think it's probably okay. Otherwise, it would have just like moved it up a tile because there's still space here, right? But you know, you just like you wall up the sides, you wall up the other sides, and then it's always people need to remind this.
Be reminded of, yeah.
Right, like to like wall this right from here to here, not from here to here.
Yeah, otherwise you can just walk around.
They tend to just like be able to walk around below here, and
it looks like that's a cliff, but you can walk around that.
So you wall from here to here, you wall from here to here. You do the same thing on. I mean,
you can wall,
on this side and this side.
And
sometimes the forts used to be kind of like in the corner.
Yeah, I was like, you can wall to the corner, but this one is kind of like in the middle, so you can't really.
So we're probably like, it's really hard to rate this base with the French knights early on, right? Like, because people aren't really going to push outside of their fort straight away, probably, especially not when there are French knights out on the map. HRE probably can't really afford to go fast castle. We see that first wall coming up, which is exactly what we expect, right? The gold vein is up front here. Let's see how much wood do they have in the bag. They've got quite a bit. They're gathering more still. Just want those walls up, right, for when that that first knight comes out. And in fact, okay, there you go.
There we go. Yeah,
that was a little bit late on the knight there, but that's fine.
And you know what weird is? What weird thing? I'm spotting 40 French right here. So talking about like going out of the base, the French do like to go out of their base to gather some food. But if we look around, there is no deer patch to be found right outside of their base, they need to walk a mile to get to 2 deer patches right here in the west corner. I always have trouble like remembering what
Yeah.
east and west is.
No, like for sure. The HRA player has their deer camp here, their boar here, and then another deer camp here, right? Whereas for the French player, it's all here, right? There's
Yep.
a lot of food here in this corner, though. Not unimportant.
If you can secure this, you have it secured. But the thing is, it's super far away from the base, so you can't quickly go there. The berries are a little bit more secure in the back.
Yeah.
However, as a French, you like to go for that deer patch. For
Yeah,
the boar.
absolutely. If you can afford to, absolutely. We see more of those walls being made down here. I don't know if that barracks got spotted out. I think it did. Honestly. They're moving it away from the center here because they would love to have farms in the future here, probably. So I respect that choice. Probably gonna see some spearmen. Those knights not
just standing
really doing anything right now.
They could have been going to Duckate already. They don't
Yeah.
have a plan of action at the moment. I think they're just trying to group.
You know, I have to admit, I completely forgot we were casting Duckate.
We're casting Duckate.
We're casting Duckate. Duckate is
It's one of our friends.
and one of her friends. Yeah, she's one of the people we met in the Women's League tournament. Hi, Duckate.
That's not Duckate. It's funny. You clicked on the French and then said hi Duckate, but
No, I'm just saying hi to her. I don't know
Ah,
if
yeah.
she sees this, but
maybe
it's-
not.
it's
Maybe
whatever.
she's like, oh, I'm too embarrassed to watch it. You know.
Some people are like that, though. Yeah, that sounds really judgmental. No, I just mean like I can't stand to look at my mistakes. So no eco upgrades for any of them yet. I think it makes sense for Holy Roman Empire. I mean, they could go with the wheelbarrow, right?
You say that, but the Arkan Chapel, in a sense, is already an eco upgrade.
Yes. Well, no.
I mean, it is.
No. But the wheelbarrow for French would make, I think, a lot of sense if you're not, if we're not
Okay.
using these knights here. There's 5 knights, right? That's a lot of pressure that could be happening.
Yeah, and Duckate is making those spearmen, thinking like, where are those knights coming? I can see them.
Yeah, but like, okay, right? I think it serves to always think about your victory condition, right? How are you going to win the game? Well, as French, typically, a game plan looks a little something like this, right? You make French knights, you go over to the enemy base, you keep them in their base, you kill villagers, and you create an economic lead like that because you've killed villagers,
Yeah.
right? If you are not killing villagers because your knights are just sitting here doing nothing, right?
Yeah, you need
You're
to make
investing into something that will not pay off.
Yeah, so you need to make an economic lead a different way by investing in economic upgrades or getting a second town center.
Well, the very fact of this is that you have the School of Cavalry, right? It's not producing you any value right now. Like if you never use these knights, right? If you never sent them out, right? You will not get any value out of the School of Cavalry.
Yeah.
They are getting value out of the Aachen Chapel right
Yep.
now. Right?
Yep.
So, to that extent, it does not make a whole lot of sense to me. And a lot of these houses at the front here actually makes it a lot harder to rate the gold vein.
Yeah, because like you need to pressure to these like little choke points, right?
Yeah.
And you get a little bit more vision, but there's a tower now too, so the tower will definitely give that vision. The lumber, the wood camp thing, what's it called again?
Lumber camp.
Lumber camp. I was almost there. Gets deleted to make room for some farms because you want to get those farms as close to the Arkan Chapel in that nice range of it, because then those villagers will be boosted.
Yeah, and it looks like HRA player is just going for the castle. Is that what the French player is doing too? Because like I'm a I'm a little confused, right? Because here's the
goes the
thing:
knights.
even if you didn't use those knights to run into the enemy base here, right? And instead
defend that food.
just move those out or whatever, you could have still been out on this food, right?
Yeah.
Because you've got these knights.
Yeah.
I do like that Duckate is sending the horsemen over here,
Expecting the
French to be here, which really they should have been. There are the knights though coming in for that charge. There are spearmen on the way.
It's a big group, so definitely dangerous. But there's also a big group of spearmen, so
Yeah.
should be able to defend herself here.
All that happened here was a single charge on that villager, but
Still alive, half HP. And the knights are just running all the way back right now. Don't even try to go for a second angle. Just
I mean, I don't feel like there's a lot of maneuvering in this bit here, right? Like, that's the thing. They can go in from this side and out on that side, right? But they would have to go through a whole lot of spearmen.
they could try splitting up, maybe try to see if they've got a better APM.
And only now do we see archery ranges coming up, which, you know that
Yeah, you know
there's
what
going to
your
be
counter
spearmen.
is.
Or, like unless the HRE player is feeling very, very greedy, but then they would have been castle already, right? And you would
Yep.
still kind of be too late, maybe.
Yeah, we see those economic upgrades coming in for the French player. We got the wheelbarrow, we got the specialized pick, and we got the double broadaxe coming in.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that's the right call right now. Like, I would rather just go castle, right? Because there's going to be man-at-arms, right? And the French arbaletier would, together with a combination of these royal knights, right, do really good damage,
Yeah.
right? But now they're making archery ranges to go and make archers.
Archers, yeah.
But they're just gonna make men-at-arms, right?
Yeah.
And these men-at-arms, look at all the barracks coming down already. These men-at-arms, combined with the horsemen, will do much better against the French composition then.
Yeah, because the horsemen will just jump on the archers, and the men-at-arms will just jump on the...
So archers do little damage against the men-at-arms. The men-at-arms do bonus damage against heavy targets when they pick up their heavy maces. Right? 6 bonus damage versus heavy targets. That includes the French knights. So I don't like this. I don't much like this at all.
Ooh, that's quite far gold, huh? That's definitely dangerous. But I guess that's one of the closest ways to get gold here for Duckate.
Rallying more out to the food over here. Regnit's coming up, whereas it's coming up in the back. This
Yeah,
makes sense.
This is the thing about the Holy Roman Empire right here. She does not have to go out for her food because she does have that Arcan Chapel and starts to gather all that nice food safely underneath it. You can see all these farms coming up. How many farms do we have right here? 17 already.
17
And
already.
remember, they're not just 17 farms, there's 17 buffed farms, right?
Yeah, which is not quite as an appealing an offer as this is, right? Because you're paying full price for French farms, but they're nowhere near as good as these are,
Yeah.
right? They're nowhere near as good because these all get the 40% gather rate. I was like thinking about how much percent it was, but 40 is huge, right? That's not what you're getting out of this. That's not what you're getting out of this, and you're making archers here, but
Yeah. Yeah, this is like 4 free farms
you're
out
gonna
of
need
the
those
10.
arbaletier instead. So, not looking like anywhere near castle. This is probably over gathering gold, really. Would do better to just gather more. Again, it comes down to recognizing, hey, where's my food? Well, it's here,
Yeah.
right?
It's super far away.
And you had the opportunity to come down here and just draw some walls, if you wanted to, like with your knight superiority, to just draw some walls Duckate doing the right thing here. Those horsemen are faster. They can just get away from this. They can just choose not to fight. It's the right call.
And now she knows
to just
that,
come down here because
that they are the food.
Duckate could not have pushed the French off of this, this food here with those early units, right? Because if she brought out spearmen to this, right, the French knights could just run away and go into the base, right? And then there would not be enough to deal with that.
Yeah.
Spots out those archers. Horsemen coming in for those archers. The French army is split here.
Ooh, but there's the knight, so she has to retreat once again. Try to like take the fight, but only if it's if it's beneficial for her. So definitely great guiding that away again. Ooh, the gold.
There's a lot of units
out.
of the French like just being split around everywhere.
The tower is gonna go down, but there's no villagers there anymore.
Yeah,
so.
there's already a first relic in the base though. Typically, you bring that out to my outpost first. Just for the extra vision that it can provide.
Yeah, and for the Holy Roman Empire, it does not matter in which building it is to generate gold. It will generate as much gold in your outpost as it will in the Regnitz Cathedral.
Yeah, people don't quite realize that when you make the Regnitz Cathedral, right, all of your relics, all of them, it says there, all relics generate plus 100% gold.
Okay, it's gonna be moved right now. Oh.
No. There was just a shift-queued prelate.
Just came back empty-handed.
Okay. So this is looking more or less very, very similar. French villagers produce a little faster, so that's where that lead comes in. But it seems like we're housed here, Devil. Oh
yeah, that's 100 out of 100.
Where's that house coming down?
That's a lumber camp.
There's definitely enough. Oh my God, we're floating so many resources. Let's take a look at that resource per minute to get a better idea of what's going on here. Where a house?
No farms get priority.
Devil, no, not like this. A house.
They need a house.
There's a big red number at your lower left corner here saying that you need to make houses. Devil, not like this.
Yeah, and that's gonna hurt because, you have a villager advantage, but you're not gonna hold that on if you're not having the houses built.
Honestly, this is a pretty even fight, but I don't feel like Duckate is taking the right approach here. As long as these archers focus down the spearmen, the knights should win this, but the numbers are going pretty even.
They're running! Okay. No, don't walk in! She's gonna grab it over! No!
Oh my God, that was so close. I guess the French player was not focusing enough spearmen on time, and what you can better do in that scenario, right, is just pull back, right, kite the enemy, just keep shooting at them, and then whenever the horsemen try and charge your archers, send your knights out to tank for them, right, and then you can keep pelting down the spearmen because they need to run after you. And you just slowly kite back to your base.
Yeah. Yeah, because like the archers can walk and still attack, right?
Well, they have a cooldown on their attack anyway, right?
Yeah.
Like they need to wait until they can fire again. So in that time that's when you walk them away, right? And then you get the spearmen down one by one, and then you can take this fight. But there's not a lot of army left for a French player, and remember we were only on 3. Okay, there's now we realize we need more stables actually, but production for the Holy Roman Empire is looking a lot better. There's already 2 relics in the bank, 1 in the outpost now. It's not looking too good for our French player here, because at the moment that I think our HRE player decides to push this, Landsknecht coming out on the field right now.
Ooh. That's gonna hurt. One thing I noticed though is that there is no wheelbarrow yet for Duckate.
There are no ecotechs whatsoever. No.
And horticulture might also be a good idea.
Well, with the amount of food that Duckate's got,
I guess so. She can spare some food. She's gonna go on the gold.
And even like just like with a tiny amount of units here, Duckate's doing very, very well.
Mm-hmm. It's gonna be cleaned up though.
Now going castle. Yeah, wouldn't you have loved to?
Okay.
Why here? This is very precarious. If this gets spotted out, right, you're gonna need to cancel your age up, and like all this time, all this downtime of your villagers is like essentially gonna be wasted. HRE knights coming out into those fields, and again, like, wouldn't you have loved to have those Arbalest up right now?
Yeah, yeah. And the thing is, like, when you're aging up, you can also not make anything with those resources.
It very much comes down to like, oh, right, I couldn't have lost my night mass there because clearly there was just like not the production.
Well, there is production, but there's just nothing queued right now. Like, there's one knight in queue. Okay, there's 2 archers right now. There's so much resources in the bank, so definitely keep just queuing them up, especially if there's an army.
I think if there is a lesson today to be had, it's definitely that one, right? Like, if you see you have resources, spend them, please.
Yep.
And Mila needs to head into veteran Royal Knights, but probably, honestly, there needs to be more production, right? Let's just grab one more villager, put down another stable. Grab another villager, put down another stable. Grab another villager, put down another stable. You've got the wood for it, just spend it, right? If you don't have enough production to deplete this, then you need more production.
Yeah, you don't want to, like, it's not a gathering sim. You don't want to gather everything. Like, if you have a empty bank, that's good, because then you have made things, right? Like, yes, if you have like 200 pop filled and then you have a lot in the bank, that's great. But if you don't have 200 pop, like, try to empty your bank. Try to spend it on things. There is a huge army of Duckate here in the base of Devils Footprint. I don't think he's gonna be able to hold this with his army, so they're definitely gonna be right back on those farms.
Veterancy's on the way, but with only 2 knights out in the field, it's not gonna be worth much, right? Again, it comes down to, like, if she, sorry, I don't know the gender of Devil's Footprint. If they had kited in that first match there and kept their army alive, which they very well could have. Like, those numbers were pretty even, right? And even when they were pretty even, you need to keep in mind that the French knights are French knights, right?
They're really good.
Like, for every spearman that they have, right, your knights do more. Your knight can kill a spearman despite the spearman being the direct counter. So that fight could have definitely been won. It just needed to be handled a little bit better. But now the numbers are overwhelming overwhelmingly in Duckate's favor here.
Where are all those villagers going? Oh, they're just running away. And that's it, they're tapping out. If you want to see some more Age of Empires, make sure to subscribe and click on one of these videos to see more videos, casted games of Age of Empires 4. We will see you there.